And perhaps they've already been seen Tucker already talking and entertaining and colluding with our greatest enemy, which is the Muslims. And we have a lot of them here in Texas, which are the terrorist Muslims, the Islamic terrorist groups. Not just any old religion and cult, but the terrorist people. And so he's, if anything, for me, I feel like he's the one that brought us to war. He's the one that's bringing, I mean, everybody down to the breaking point. I believe Tucker was in on it all along, for the longest time. He's talking against we the people. And somebody says he's always stood his ground. He's always been this way since his relevancy. Well, no, I didn't know him to be this way. I didn't know him to be such disrespectful, hateful, traitorous guy. I've never known him to be this way. I mean, I've watched him since I was in my early 20s. Yes, I know how long he's been relevant. I have seen him. I had followed as long as I could, as much as I could. And as of recently, too, when my husband was here, before his passing. And so I didn't know him to be this bad. He's gotten worse. Now we know why. Now we see why. Because he was lying in bed with our enemies. Basically, he was lying in bed with our enemies. And so, yes, if he is guilty, then he needs to be caught and put to prison. He went all the way to D.C. What is he doing? Spying on those people? What is he doing? No, nobody used him. Of course, if somebody's our enemy and they're over there talking and colluding, and which we thought we could trust him, but, unfortunately we cannot. If we know that he's over there talking with the enemies, then of course he's going to be watched. And of course he's going to bring them to their knees. Of course they're going to have them, bring them out. And then we're going to get the enemies, So yeah, of course, Tucker was colluding with them, and we're seeing that seemingly so to the terrorists. And I'm not just going to let it go, you guys. I'm not just going to let that go. There's too many of those crazy people here in Texas. We just saw the massacre of some people in Austin. I cannot believe people are still okay with this stuff. They're all connected. They're all linked with each other, and they're all connected. Sorry, baby. I know you're getting some sleep, honey. But your mom a second, honey. You can go ahead and get some cereal or something, okay? I'll be real quick. Just real quick, life. But yeah, this is too close to home. I can't see people that are sitting back, not doing nothing, and fighting for Tucker and these terrorist groups, organizations, like here in Texas. This stuff hits close to home. So when I say I'm serious about this stuff and I still stand, this is my stance. And I would still continue to be standing, even if I stand alone. I don't care. Even if people unfriend me. I don't care. It doesn't matter anymore. What matters is my life and my family. What matters is God first. Putting God first, above all. And yes, so be it. If those, if we're going to be protecting and our allies, Israel is our allies, then so be it. God bless them. God says to bless them anyways, And I'd rather have them over here, which may not be there are some people that are not the nicest. There could be some rude ones. But I'd rather have them here than, some terrorist Muslim group that blows people up or kills people. And now there's terrorist watches around here and there everywhere. And yet Tucker's lying in bed with them? What's he doing with them? Who's going to protect that? How can anybody honestly, love our nation, our country, and our people and sit there and say that they agree with Tucker? On one of my pages that I have on social media, I am going actually viral because of something I put for him. And I want to say over 90% of those people, like I said, are all progressives and liberals. They all are. Perhaps a sprinkle here and there of Republicans. And that's a crying shame. That is sad. That's some sad reality there. Sad stuff, But geez, wow, what a great reality check that has been for me. Well, thank you so much for having me going viral. Because now it's like an eye-opener. It really is such an eye-opener. Because I know who's his following and who loves him. Who's that? Who the heck? Who loves the heck out of him? You know. And then we have some of the Republicans sprinkled in there too. Supposedly they're Republicans. They're traitor Republicans. And I cannot see how people can, with a straight face, say they're okay with him after everything, after knowing that. His ties with Muslim terrorists, colluding with them, seemingly so. It's going to all be investigated, and it's going to come out. I'm going to laugh in these people's faces. I'm going to laugh my ass off in front of people's faces. I'm going to say, hey, I told you so. Because, yes, it's all linked together. It's all coming out. And God will bring out evil to light. He certainly will. And that's all I really have to say about that. Because it just hit close to home. It's hard. It's a hard cry. It's a far-fetched thing to believe. It's unimaginable. I can't see, and I can't believe, or I can't understand how. I don't want to understand how people, even in and around my hometown, want to side with these Democrats, these progressives, on Tucker's boat and get on there and believe these lies. And some of these people I've known for years, Even dear friends of mine, I mean, not too close, but still, it's just like you want to knock some sense into them. And it's hard to see. It's hard to see. It's like a big letdown. Like, you're so disappointing. Like, you can't honestly be easily taken and swayed. You see what they're doing in Texas. I mean, how could you vote and try to side with the Republicans and say you're conservative and you love the people and you want something good for the community, yet side with Tucker, Candace, who else? Well, who else is that guy? Nick Fuentes, and then Megan, what's her name? Megan Kelly, whatever her name is, and at MTG. I can't trust those people in my life. None of those people. Them and their followers, they're leading them to doom. They're leading them to the dooms. Just all leading them. They do remind me of something though, like doomsday people, like crazy coach people. They do, because unlike us who could think freely and know what love is, God is, peace is, family, and all that, they think all alike, and they're actually saying all the words, exact words, word by word by word. And people are just following along with the line, falling in line. Like a cult. It's just horrible. It's a horrible cry, guys. Like I said, it's a horrible cry. Yes. Yes, I understand one of my HD leaders is still in hiding. But now that HD leader that I just got a message from, word from right now, I think somebody messaged it, this said something on the post about the person. She's in hiding, and I honestly believe this person that was my HD leader at Plymouth has enough to do with Antifa. Has a lot to do with the radicals. Radical crazy left. Don't ask me how I know. But she's embedded with them. She has a lot of links to them. So I'm sure she colluded just as much as Tucker did. So I have enough here at home. There's already enough craziness here at home. It's hard for me to get around and get out and go talk about, leaders out there, Tucker, MTG. I mean, people are going crazy, talking about this stuff. And I'm like, man, I just have a lot of stuff going on here back at home. And their craziness, and their stalkiness, and their harassments, and their threats, and they're sending people on my Facebook and try to scare me away. I won't be scared, but I'm going to take care of what I have to. To God be the glory. I take care of my health, for God first, my love and my life, my family. That's what I do. That's what I promise to do. I put my oath on, put everything on it. God is all merciful and all powerful. But yeah, I just wanted to come up here and tell you that that's a lot of stuff. Let's see what's happening with Erica Kirk. That's another one. I mean, you never know what's going on with this. Candace, Erica Kirk, and all those people there. The latest one was from Liz. I forgot her name, Corkin or something. And she's coming out with stuff on X. It's so wild and so crazy. I mean, we never know what's going to happen unless there's a lawsuit, between somebody. Okay. And then the truth starts coming out. Once there's lawsuits, if there's ever a lawsuit, usually in lawsuits, when people have lawsuits, truth starts coming out. That's why people hate suing people, because if you sue somebody, then you get your own dose of reality, and you get your, reality check, and you get all the truth coming out, everything coming out. Everything comes out in lawsuits. That's why people hate having them, hate doing them, even though they don't want the other person to talk. And they're trying to scare them off with lawsuits. They don't follow through with them. They don't go through with them. Because one, they may not have enough money. Two, they don't have enough substance to it. They don't have backup. They don't have the courts. They don't have the judges. They don't have people lined up to support them. Enough people to support them for it. And from all the evidence that will be coming out and just being washed in abundance for them. That's why people hate going and doing lawsuits. That's why, number one reason. Why? And let's see, what else, guys? So what I was saying too, before I go up to bed, give me 1 second, is just that, and that's just a little bit I had on my mind. If they go to court, it might just be a criminal court. That's all. I just see that it could be criminal. Some people are going to be criminally charged, perhaps. I'm just seeing this. This is just my view. Okay? It's not opinion. I'm just kind of foreseeing the future. I feel like it could be ending up, like somebody's going to be ended up prison. I mean, come on. And especially with Tucker and all of them, everybody, that Candace, Kirk, Erica thing going on, and with the Tucker thing going on, somebody's going to go to prison. Somebody's going to go to court. There's a lot of that is going to happen, and we're going to be seeing more of this stuff. It's like more to come. There's more. And then, so that's why I don't really talk about it that much. That's why I don't say, oh, this is that. And I see so many people spewing hate here and there. I said, well, you don't know what's really going on. You can't be choosing one side over the other. Now, I will choose Trump. I will choose God over the other, and not Tucker with his collusion, okay? With his stuff and talking to the terrorists. Especially with the video he just made lately. He's just a goofball. Just a crazy goofball. Come on. Unbelievable. Just the craziest of goofballs as there is, Oh, let me see. I'm kind of losing feeling in my whole arm here. But that means I'm getting sleepy, getting tired, right? So basically that, and then we have just mosques everywhere. I showed y'all that. This is Texas here. So we have enough here at home. We have enough here. We know firsthand what's going on. I know it's firsthand. You should see Irving. That's why I'm so against Tucker. I'm so against him. And then it seems like they all have a strange link with each other too. And there's just so much chaos and confusion and drama with each one of them. There just is. And like I said, they all say the same thing over and over again. Alright, guys. So I hope you are having a lovely evening. I'm still washing my back. I'm still praying to God and watch over me. The Lord Jesus is with me. It's just that I say so much stuff that's going on, and the truth, honest goodness truth, and things that are happening. I know there's some leaders that had said things. I'm not going to name names right now. And some of these are even nominees that are running. And y'all can message me if y'all want to know more. But, I mean, like I've already been telling people, so that's just fine. And the precinct chairs know who these people are. And a lot of them resigned just past year from their, positions in the party. And so a lot of them, they're champions, they're running, the nominees. And they have a lot of stuff going on too. They have a lot of, a lot of drama behind the scenes, guys. And that I had seen personally, that I had spoke up. I spoke up against. And they can't threaten me. They threaten me with lawsuits. They threaten me with harm. They say nobody's doing nothing to you, and they just want to suppress and silence. But I won't be silenced. If I see something, I will say something to my public, and I forever will. So God help me. Anyways, guys, God bless you all. Be safe. Take care. And, may God be the glory. To God be the glory. But yeah, I just had to say that. He's still my president. I'm on his side. I will never vote for Tucker. I will never ever vote for somebody going. I mean, as much as we have Muslims and mosque and terrorist stuff going on here in Texas, I never ever ever. Are you kidding me? But yes, we have Democrats, progressives, all wanting to vote for Tucker. Oh, yes, we have the masses. We have the masses. Think about that. God bless and be safe.